Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Life in the Fasting Lane podcast. We are here to talk about things that include low carb eating and keto and fasting and feeling hot and feeling healthy. We're here just about every dang week. I'm Eve Mayer. You can check me out at fastinglane.com. And you can also check us out on Instagram and Twitter at Fasting Lane. I want to talk to you guys about something. I wrote a blog that it seems like a lot of people like. I actually wrote it a year ago. But Thanksgiving is this week, and I wanted to talk to you all about this fantastic holiday. So, um, it's the one day of the year that we all get together as family in the US, and we argue about politics, we argue about life or who we're dating or what kind of work we're doing. It's a really spiritual experience. We have Friendsgiving where we get together with friends. It's an amazing holiday, right? But we agree that the purpose of Thanksgiving, I understand it's the history of our country and coming together in gratitude, but like, let's be honest, right? The real activity that we do on Thanksgiving is to eat. We stuff our faces and eat delicious food that our family and friends cook, and maybe even ourselves. Not me, because I'm too lazy to do it, and also I have a mom who cooks amazing food. And so for a show that talks about fasting every dang week, I want to talk to you this week about feasting. I want to talk to you about being a lover of food and celebrating with food and enjoying it and not feeling like crud because you're doing so. Thanksgiving is a perfect time for you to practice feasting. So the topic of this blog is it's not fasting. It's to not be a jerk, a fasting or keto or paleo or vegetarian or whatever kind of diet you follow jerk on Thanksgiving. Because nobody wants to hear that crap. Like, no one wants to hear about your diet on Thanksgiving. And so we're going to talk about feasting, and we're going to talk about how to do that. Let's imagine that this year you have really discovered health. You have discovered the answers to your health. You've cured your diabetes. You've reduced symptoms of your health, all because of your new way of eating. Man, I'm so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. That happened for me last year. It has continued this year. I'm so grateful for all the things that I have learned. But in the end, I am still a person who loves food. I really like to eat good food. I really love my family and my friends, and I really like Thanksgiving. I think it's a lot of fun. So you've discovered this healthier life. You're going to go to the party. Here are some things that I want to go through that I want you to do or not do. First of all, you walk in and somebody's like, holy cow, you just look freaking amazing. What have you been doing? Tell them. I've been eating low carb. I've been eating keto. I've been working out more. I've been using fasting. And then go back to them. Gosh, your hair looks great. Don't lie. Tell them something good. I heard you got a new job. You look like you're so happy. You're glowing. Tell them a compliment, physical, non-physical, spiritual, emotional, whatever it is. Immediately turn that conversation back to them. Do not do this. Oh, you look great. You look so great. You lost some weight. And then you say to them, yes, I'm doing fasting and low carb. You should totally try it. You should read these 7 books. You know, you really shouldn't eat seed oils. You know, you really should do this. And have you tried it? And how do you feel? Like, no, you're really making it all about you. And nobody really wants to hear that on Thanksgiving. They really don't. Maybe a few people do, but don't feed in. Turn it around back on them. I just went to see this weekend the Mr. Rogers movie that Tom Hanks was in. I thought it was really interesting. Um, the movie was not what I expected. I read nothing about the movie, as I tend to do when I go to see movies, because I want to be surprised. I took my daughter and my husband and I, we went to see it. It's a Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood is the name of the movie. I suggest it. It's an interesting movie. But the thing that struck me about the portrayal of Mr. Rogers is as he would get interviewed, he would constantly evade the questions and ask the person, the interviewer, about them. Ask them about their feelings, ask them about their dreams, and listen intently. When is the last time you just listened intently to somebody you loved or somebody you liked? That's what Thanksgiving's about, okay? So when they ask you about your weight loss or compliment you, thank them, take it in, man, it feels great and you deserve that. And if they ask you a question, quickly answer it and then get back to them, all right? Don't make it all about the weight loss, the fasting, the keto. So here are my 5 rules for Thanksgiving and how not to be a hot jerk at Thanksgiving. Are you ready? I think you're ready. All right. Number 1, here we are at fasting lane. And my first rule for Thanksgiving is do not fast. That's right. I do not want you to fast on Thanksgiving. I get it. Intermittent fasting has changed your life. That is amazing. But the one day of the year that I would like you to not fast, if you're going for a celebration, is Thanksgiving Day. You want to fast before you go eat for Thanksgiving? Man, you should go for it. You want to fast after? Totally go for it. You want to fast for a few days leading up to it, a few days after, like whatever your jam is, do it. But go, if you want to go to the event while everyone enjoys the feast and you're sitting in the corner saying, I'm fasting, like people secretly want to slap you. I'd want to slap you, quite honestly. There's a time to fast, there's a time to feast, and this is the one holiday a year that is specifically focused on feasting. Now, I get a lot of other holidays have feasting in them, but I'm going to say this is the main fasting, the main feasting time, right? So if you've decided, look, Eve, I'm doing a 5-day fast and I had a day off and Thanksgiving fell on this and I have the right to fast. I'm not saying you don't have the right to fast. You absolutely do. You get to pick whenever you want. I don't think you have the right to be a jerk or a martyr about fasting. So if you have decided to fast on Thanksgiving Day, do it. It's your right. And if you want to see loved ones, show up at the end of their eating or go early and then make an excuse to leave. That would be my suggestion for fasting on Thanksgiving. Just freaking don't do it. All right. Number 2, saying the word carbs is forbidden. So I don't want you to be like, oh, wow, that apple hot pie looks great, but it looks like it has 87 carbs a slice. Shut up, cousin Janet. That is what people are thinking when you are taking away their joy. Don't say carbs, don't say sugar, don't say any of these words. Let your loved ones have the day to eat whatever the heck they want to eat. You also get to eat or not eat the pie. Nobody cares. Usually, there's always your aunt that does care because she made the pie and she really wants you to eat it. In that case, you may consider taking a bite. You got to like go with your gut on that one. But you don't need to point out to everyone that you're not going to eat the evil pie or the satanic cornbread dressing. Just shut up, right? And eat what you want. If you have a relative who does this, right? Like he has found the way to eat perfectly and he's preaching it, like just notice how annoying he is. And every time he says like carbs or sugar and he says that to not be very nice to people, if you like tequila, what I want you to do is to get a bottle of tequila and a shot glass. And then every time he says that, if you enjoy an adult beverage, I want you to do a shot or maybe half a shot because he's probably going to say it a lot. Like every time you hear sugar or carbs across the room, you just take a shot and your night or Thanksgiving Day is going to get progressively better. Number 3, rule for Thanksgiving, enjoy yourself. You know what ruins a party? It is a hot person sitting in the corner, not eating and whining about carbs and sugar. Your job is to enjoy yourself. You know what's super hot? A hot person with a smile on their face, eating what they choose to eat or not eat, and asking their loved ones about the past year. I always feel hottest when I go out to a restaurant and I'm sure this is just me, and I'm wearing a tight dress and I just look amazing, like the best I can look. I've even put on some mascara. It's getting really crazy, right? I'm having a good hair day and I order a ribeye, like an obscenely large ribeye. And then I ask for melted butter to put on it and salt. And then I eat that slowly in my skin tight dress. Like, this is when I feel best about myself and hottest. I want you to go to Thanksgiving eating the things that you have decided to eat, enjoying them visibly, complimenting people on their food, and just like living your healthiest and hottest life. Okay. So it's about joy. It's about your joy and giving joy to others around you. Number 4. All right. Here's your number 4 rule for Thanksgiving. Bring your own food. It is okay if you've decided you're only going to do low carb or keto or vegetarian, whatever is your way of eating, and you've decided you must stay that way during Thanksgiving. That's okay. That is your prerogative. But if you're concerned you're going to get there and the only available foods at the event will be stuff that you can't eat, then you got to bring your own, right? Bring appetizers, desserts, side dishes, anything that you would enjoy. You got to make enough for everyone. You got to make it look good. I would get Maria Emmerich's cookbooks. I would get Ketogenic Girls cookbook. I would get one of those cookbooks. I'd make some stuff out of there. I'd bring it. I'd make it beautiful and share it with everybody. And then when they ask you, what is this dish? I don't want you to say some crud like it is a low carb, organic, grass-fed cheese tray handcrafted by artisans from Scottish pygmy goats. Like, don't say it, please. Like, just stop it. Say, this is a delicious cheese tray. The orange one is cheddar. The blue one is blue cheese, and this is a creamy spread with garlic in it. Can you just say that for me? Can you just talk about food the way we used to talk about food before we discovered this new life, so people can understand what we're doing and they can get some joy out of it and actually try the cheese, right? All right. Number 5, I think this is your final tip for Thanksgiving Day. Add a little activity to your day. I got to be honest, I used to finish eating and do nothing. And I had family members who would get up and go play football. And I think back, I was always really obese and they were always skinny. So I don't know if that's a coincidence, but will I be jumping up to play football after eating probably a piece of pie? No, I will not. I'm going to probably go for a long walk. That was what we typically do after we eat Thanksgiving dinner, and I'm pretty dang proud of it. I'll go for a long walk. That'll feel really nice. I'll have enjoyed my food, but try to find some kind of physical activity at whatever level you are that you enjoy that you can do with the family. Play a game of tag with the kids, go for a walk, go for a jog if you're super into it. There's people I know that do a half marathon before Thanksgiving dinner. But try something out, do something fun, go play Frisbee. I don't know, like just do some kind of activity that just makes you feel a little bit better and less sluggish after you're done eating Thanksgiving dinner. So if you want to know how to prepare for eating Thanksgiving and you are a low carb and fasting person, then I think if you go to thefastingmethod.com and search for Megan Ramos's piece on preparing for Thanksgiving eating, I think you would really enjoy that. But in the end, I just want to tell you guys, I'm so grateful for our listeners and our followers at Fasting Lane. I'm so proud of whatever stage you're at, whether you've just begun this journey, you haven't lost a pound yet, you're seeking out information, you're being honest about the ways you want to change with yourself, or if you're fully down the road, way past I am, where you have achieved all your health and fitness goals. I'm so proud of you for trying your best. Let's make sure that you enjoy this holiday and the people around you get to enjoy you at your very best. So once again, guys, allow yourself to feel thankful for food, for life, for family, for love, and to your health and hotness. Happy Thanksgiving.